Hi, Mike Simonson here. I get a lot of requests from people to give them some hints about how to produce simple videos, and obviously most of those requests deal with the technical side of it. But then I see some of these videos and I realize there's some simple tips that can help the aesthetic side of it, how the frame looks when you produce them. So I produced a P cubed, T cubed for videos. Professor Produced Productions Top 10 Tips for Videos. I'd like to go through them very quickly. First of all, follow the rule of thirds. Rule of thirds means you divide the frame into thirds horizontally and vertically, and the interesting points where the viewer's eyes often fall are the intersection of those points, and we should place important information along the lines of the thirds. Second, keep the camera at eye level. This camera where I'm at is about the same eye level with me rather than having it shoot up or shoot down. That's why a separate webcam is probably something that is going to allow you to do that a little easier. Keep windows out of the background and lights out of the background. That makes you look like you're on a witness protection program. You're all in shadows instead of being easily seen. Most of the cameras that we have, webcams now, will adjust for the light and white balance quite effectively. So all you have to do is make sure there's nothing that they just can't overcome electronically. Next, the top of the head of the speaker should be near the top of the frame. In other words, we don't want to shoot over the top of the head and waste all that space. No clocks. When there's a clock, people, well, I wonder what time. Is that morning or evening? I wonder when he's shooting these kind of things. Because that's a distraction. We'll talk more about that in a second. Keep them short, 4 minutes or less. I hope I'm doing that in this top 10 tips. But anything longer than 4 minutes for someone like you or me means we have to go into some more exotic production strategies. In other words, dividing it into 4-minute segments so that the listener knows we move from segment 1 to segment 2. Keep the background interesting, but not distracting. That's where clocks come in. They're very distracting. So I'm here in my office. I don't know if you find it distracting or not, but I don't think it is. It just lets you know that I'm a professor and this is where my office is. 5 megabytes is usually the maximum amount for a file size, that most email systems allow you to transmit. And there are software packages that allow you to reduce your video to a small enough size so that you don't have to post it somewhere. YouTube is a good place to post things, by the way, or Vimeo, but rather you can send it via email. Use notes. I have my notes, but don't read. Speak extemporaneously, and often as not, your first take is going to be your best take, and I hope that's the case for me here. And finally, be yourself. You're not a TV star. Your students expect you to be a professor, a teacher, a trainer, a designer, not a TV star like you see on the nightly news. So have fun with it, and don't worry about having too high quality of production strategies. Those are my top 10 tips for the professor who's producing their own videos. I hope that helped.